welcome to Out and About on the Recumbents. Let's go. Ride low. Ride recumbent. Hey, good afternoon. It's let's see, Wednesday, the 26th, I believe, and we're just out for a ride on a beautiful day. It's supposed to hit like 70 to 72 Fahrenheit here today, and it's warm enough now that don't have on the jacket or the long sleeve undershirt, but we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway, and like I said, we're just kind of out for a ride today. We had a lot of errands that we had to get done the last couple of days, and we had some pretty darn nice days, but had really important, you know, medical and other errands that we had to get done. Sometimes, even though, you know, the day's nice, you got to take care of stuff. So, but yeah, we stopped off at Panera Bread. Joe got a small check for some medications that they said she overpaid for because of a change in program, and so we went out to lunch at Panera Bread, got ourselves a what they call a pick 2, got a bowl of their creamy tomato soup, which is really good, and then they used to call it tomato basil, but now they just call it you know, creamy tomato. I'm not sure. Tastes the same, so same soup, different name. And then a half of grilled cheese sandwich, you know, and yeah, so that made for a really good lunch. Yeah, we're just trying to be out and about. Speaking of out and about, BJ and Joe Ondo from Out and About on the Recumbents. Hello. Howdy. Real loud. And yeah, we're just cruising down by Monument Creek here. The first part of the video is going to be kind of a musical interlude, since you guys have seen this route quite a bit. It is the main route through north-south of Colorado Springs. North it ends up in Palmer Lake and Monument, although I've been told you can actually, you know, if you've got a little more off-road setup than we are, you can go all the way to Castle Rock. I know Toby from Toby's Trikes and Barbecue, you know, with his totally mean Azub Tie Fly X. Howdy, thank you. Made it all the way to Canyon City, but I don't think it was, you know, I think you kind of have to have a, you know, trike setup like he does, you know, that's more set up for off-road, to be able to actually take the trail all the way to Castle Rock. So yeah, we're just working our way up to the Vincent Street Bridge. Don't know if we're gonna head up Cottonwood or not. Well, we're gonna go a little bit of Cottonwood no matter what, because right here the Pikes Peak Greenway goes to your left, and then to your right is the Cottonwood Creek Trail. Now we're on the Cottonwood Creek Trail. Howdy. So we'll stop here and see which way Joe wants to go. As I get to your left is the Cottonwood Creek Trail. To your right up here is the hookup with the Vincent Frontage Road path or trail. Which way you want to go, Joe? Not much help. Let's just go up that way.
Okay.
Or up to the Vincent Street Frontage Road. Let this gentleman by here. Howdy. Yeah, we decided to go this way. Yeah, you can certainly tell that Joe and I are not good at making decisions, you know. So which way do you want to go? Well, I don't care. yeah, we're both like that. But yeah, we're now on the Vincent Frontage Road Trail or path, and we're gonna go catch this. And then it kind of turns into the Dublin Boulevard bike lane, or if you go to the up here at the intersection, if you go to the left, you get on Dublin Boulevard. If you go to the right, you're still technically on Dublin Boulevard for just a little while, down to the crossing, and then it turns into the North Nevada Frontage Road. So yeah, we'll go ahead and well, I think, you know, once we get out here, we'll kind of bank off for a minute, because you know, we're getting down into, you know, sidewalks and a lot of traffic. So like I said, this is now Dublin Boulevard, and it has a bike lane, but it has, at least this first part here has a bit of this path. But this is still considered Dublin Boulevard until we get down here to the little signed street crossing. Not a lighted crossing, but yeah, this is big big dog boarding area here. They even have a doggy swimming pool. So if you want to spoil your pooch, this is the place. Okay, but they have an older one here that has really hard to see because of all these junipers. My most unfavorite bush of all time. I'm slightly allergic to junipers, so yeah, I just don't like them much. Or I should say, they don't like me much. But yeah, you know, hopefully, you know, if you're lucky enough to be like us and be, like I said, we used to call ourselves working poor because we had low-end jobs all our lives. Now we consider ourselves retired poorer because we don't make as much money as we used to. So kind of a nice view of Pikes Peak right there. Yeah, we were kind of discussing how you know, Pikes Peak is really different than a lot of mountains because, you know, if you see a lot like Mount Hood or Mount McKinley or whatever, you know, it's like solid white. And that doesn't happen a lot for Pikes Peak. It gets snow, but it's really rare to be solid white. Like, okay, once we cross here, we begin North Nevada Avenue. And we look good, so we're gonna boogie. Yeah, that's not that crossing doesn't have a light, so you just have to go when you can. But yeah, like I said, it's a nice day. I mean, it really is. I could probably take my leg warmers off, but they're not getting real hot, so and we do have quite a bit more breeze. Usually, you know, by afternoon our wind changes the direction because the way the mountains are, mountains in the foothills, and it usually gets a little stronger towards afternoon, especially when we got a high pressure like we do today. Passing on your right, thank you. But okay, well, so we're gonna get down here into the ugly part, so we will get back to you. BJ and Joe Ondo out for now. Okay, we're back. We're off of the well, I guess you could actually call this a continuation of the Nevada Avenue path, but now it's this is the newest section, and really nice. The folks here at Lexus of Colorado Springs, they paid to have it was an old beat up asphalt trail, but they paid to have it concreted. You know, from when they, because this dealership is probably only, oh, maybe a year old at the most. So now what we're going to do is we're kind of going to go the back way, and we're going to get back over to the Pikes Peak Greenway through the Colorado Village University Center. Yeah. Okay. Nobody's here, so we're going. Yeah, we gotta jump on here, and then we'll jump back on the access to the trail. Oh darn it, we got some waters. yeah, so now we're going through the University Village, Colorado Center, and we'll go catch the, go take it down at a little access way that'll take us to the Pikes Peak Greenway, and we'll be heading south. But on these pathways, walkers have the oh, you guys are all right. You have the right of way. Thank you. Yeah, as you can see, it says sign there. It says Trailhead. So all right. Yeah, they've really got this, you know, this retail center, you know, hooked into the Greenway Trail really nicely. I gotta slow up here because I got a really big downhill. Costco wholesale for you Costco people. Since Joe and I live in a tiny one-bedroom apartment, we don't go to places like Costco because we don't have enough room to you know, buy bulk. Just don't have enough room for that. Okay, there's the University Village, Colorado sign, and now we're back on the Pikes Peak Greenway. Basically heading the same way that we came up. Like I said, it is the main north-south trail, so pretty good chance, you know, some and all the other trails, you know, kind of hooked to it. So so there's a pretty good chance that, you know, we're going to hook up to this particular trail. But, yeah, like I said, it's Wednesday, March 26th. And hope you guys are having a good day no matter what you're doing. Hopefully, if you're working, you'll be able to, you know, jump on your trike and go for a ride after work. Got to switch hands real quick so I can gear up one. There we go, much better. Sitting here spinning myself silly. I call it tricycle mode. There's a yeah, they've built a small dam here in the Monument Creek. It's a shame that the bushes are so thick. You can kind of see it a little bit. I think there's a spot here I could kind of bring it so you could see a bit better. But yeah, it makes for a real gentle flow. I think it's kind of, you know, put there to slow the creek down. Not so much like the rock falls, you know, because those are meant to not maybe a little to slow it down, but it's more to agitate the water, you know, bring the oxygen content up. I guess agitated water has more oxygen content than you know, flat flowing water. right, so I'm gonna do a bridge crossover here. Have to apologize for that. Yeah, that's one of our old wood bridges, and it's getting pretty beat up in its old age. They have been working on, you know, trying to replace a lot of the, you know, a lot of the wood in the bridges, but since a lot of funding's been cut off, or will be cut off by the current administration, probably won't see too much bridge repair this year, and maybe for the next you know, 3 after. But fortunately, although there is some federal grant money that gets used for these trails, a lot of it, you know, is actually, you know, private donors and you know, that type of thing. And we have a, I don't know what it's called, I don't know exactly what it is, but we have a city program that collects 1% of this. I think it's either 0.01 or 0.1 percent of the tourist taxes. They got a name, but I can't remember what they're called. I think it's like the LART taxes, but it's all, you know, motel rooms and that type of thing, you know. And we get a real small percentage of that, but that's where a lot of the money comes to rebuild and you know, to make new trails and stuff. So it's not just federal money, but the federal, you know, not being able to get the federal grants will definitely hurt trail construction, without a doubt. I mean, definitely will hurt. Yeah, this is Pikes Peak Reservoir. You saw it on the way up. Kind of the backwards view of it. This is the forward view of it. And down below, about 20 to 30 feet down below on the other side, you definitely do not want to fall off that edge. Whew, that would be rough. That's Monument Valley Creek over there. As I've talked about before, it kind of blows me away that they don't call this the Peak View Reservoir. I mean, you know, it's got a great view of Pikes Peak. Why not? But nope, they call it the Pike View. They've got a dog kennel across the reservoir, but that dog sounds more like a seal barking. Yeah, it's kind of the arf 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 thing, you know. Funny bark for a dog. Howdy.
You guys are doing great.
Have a good day. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, like I said, I really admire the long distance walkers and the runners. They just seem to be able to do it no matter what. One of the old mileage markers, the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail. There's a little inlet of water here. And thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, them big 27C wheels, they go a lot faster than our 20-inch wheels. A little bit of an incline here. Yeah, like I said though, we're just out enjoying the day. The reason we went the way we went was because we decided we really like the creamy tomato soup at Panera Bread, and we haven't had any in quite a while. Although I will have to admit, it's even better on a cold day. If it's a cold day, boy, I mean, it's like heaven to be able to stop at Panera Bread and get a bowl or a cup of creamy tomato soup. It just makes our day. All right, we're back on the old asphalt. Sorry about that. A kid let out a squeal, and boy, it scared the snot out of me. I thought maybe I, ran over some kid's foot. Like I said, this is all of our trails, every single one of our trails has an older, asphalt, section. Every single one of them, which is really strange. You think they'd, when they're doing it, they'd finish one trail, all the way, and then go to the next one, the next one, and the next one. But they don't do that. They never do that. There's always a section that gets left. And of course, asphalt deteriorates much faster. Howdy? Okay. We'll get back at you. Okay, well, we're back for a short bit here. We're now on the Sinton Trail, coming off the Pikes Peak Greenway, going under the old railroad bridge. Recumbent trikes coming up, stay tight. Oh man, I should have geared down one. There we go. She kicked in. That's so nice where the e-assist comes in, I'll tell you. What we're doing is we're going up here. They have said that they've reopened the Sinton Trail underneath the Ellison Street I-25 bridge, so we're going up here to check that out. When Joe's new e-assist system finally gets here, they're going we'll need to get back up to Angletech to have it installed. So, but I'm also going to make this kind of the end of the video, because I'm running out of both battery and card in the camera. So always remember, it's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. So we go underneath underneath Sinton Road here. Gotta be careful because sometimes there's junk in the way. That big tree, man, they had a real heavy rain, and that big old hunk of log just got literally lodged in that fence, you know, and or in that railing, and somebody's has to come and cut it out, and they probably won't do that because you can get by. But yeah, so like I said, we're heading up here to the I-25 and Elliston Street bridge work, because they're realigning and adding on and off ramps to I-25 here at Elliston Street. Well, it looks like I got the gate back open. So, yeah. All right. So it looks like we can use the trail back again, so that's nice. There's a new bridge. Howdy. All right. Oh, well, good. It's a lot easier to get up to Angletech. Thank you. I didn't know if he saw me or not, so I didn't want to just jump out there. She's quite a ways behind me here, so let me get whoa, Nelly. But yeah, I'm sure I'm about ready to run out here, so I'm waiting for Joe. So from BJ and Joe Hondo, out and about on the Recumbents. Until next time, happy trails. Bye.